Let's get together again to make music history. We'll see you in Las Vegas at our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Postmates is the best food delivery app in LA, with all the city's best restaurants. Whatever you're craving or need, Postmates has it from all the best places across the city, like Tocaya Organica, Howlin' Ray's, Sweet Finn, and Alfred Coffee. Postmates is your personal food delivery, grocery delivery, whatever kind of delivery service. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Postmates will bring you what you need within the hour. Download the Postmates app for iOS or Android today for free, and try all of LA's best restaurants.
Time matters when it comes to using energy. California is gifted with clean energy for most of the day. But between 4 and 9 p.m., sun and wind become less available. Yet, that's when demand is highest. By choosing to use less energy from 4 to 9 p.m., you're choosing to keep it golden. Learn more at energyupgradecalifornia.org/radio.
Joe, what do you drive? What type of car do you drive?
I drive a Toyota RAV4.
Do you like it?
I love it. And this morning I packed it up. I put the seats down in the back. They lay flat, so there's plenty of room in the back. And I have 2 bridesmaid dresses. I have these chalkboard signs. I've got my suitcase for this weekend. My sister's getting married.
Oh, she is.
I have a steamer. I have a jug of distilled water. I've got snacks. I've got so much stuff packed in my RAV4.
Yeah.
And there was still tons of room left. I was shocked.
Right. That's amazing. Kevin, what are you driving nowadays?
It's a Toyota Highlander,
Okay.
and not that it's a competition, but I can fit even more stuff in my car. Very spacious, which comes in handy when you have 2 little kids.
Yeah.
Recently moved. Man, did that come in handy during the move.
Sure.
I love how spacious it is.
Yeah, for sure.
And Val, what kind of car do you drive?
God, you guys, you can lead a horse to water. I drive a Toyota Prius Prime, and not that this is a competition, but I can drive further than you guys, a lot further, because I'm gas and I'm electric and combined. I'm a hybrid, you know? And now...
Keep on driving, bud.
Thank you.
Go for it.
You're a rat. Now I turn to you and I say, what do you drive? Maybe it should be a Toyota. Buyatoyota.com.
You know, you probably have someone in your life who looks out for you. Texted you that everyone 12 and older is eligible for a COVID vaccine. Researched how vaccines prevent nearly 100% of hospitalizations and deaths from COVID-19. Maybe even helped you make an appointment. Now, thank them by getting vaccinated. Find vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. We can do this. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hi, Carney's a tuna. Getting ready to finally hit the open road.
A road trip, huh? Got a Febreze car vent clip in there?
Febreze car vent clip?
Oh yeah, can't have a road trip without Febreze. Freshens your ride for up to 30 days.
Do I pay for installation?
Nah, it's easy. Watch, you just clip it in and...
That's fresh.
Your Febreze car vent clip is ready to go.
Thanks for the car vent clip.
Send me a postcard.
An iHeartRadio station.
Available everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app.
#1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Get ready for our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Radio Music Awards.
Coming to Fox Thursday, May 27th at 8, 7 Central. iHeartRadio stations across the country and our iHeartRadio app. With host and performer Usher. Live performances from The Weeknd. With special guest Ariana Grande. Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak as Silk Sonic, Doja Cat, Dan and Shay, and more. Plus, a very special presentation of the iHeartRadio Icon Award to Elton John. Celebrate all of the incredible artists and music that helped get us through an unprecedented year. Thursday, May 27th, live from the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles. Don't miss our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Remy Martin joins with music star Usher in Team Up for Excellence, the film, an exploration of music and cognac. See it now at teamupforexcellence.com. Remy Martin Cognac, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by Remy Cointreau USA, New York, New York. Please drink responsibly.
From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, let's go places.
This traffic report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Caltrans had to run a traffic break, but they did get a stalled car out of the way westbound side of the 91 just before we get to Main Street. Everything is off to the shoulder and lanes are reopened, but it's a pretty slow drive. Overall, as you leave in Bellflower from the 605 freeway.
Speaking of the 605, 210 freeway eastbound side, right at the 605, they're saying that there is a brush fire off to the right shoulder. So you are seeing delays northbound on the 605 from Arrow Highway, but also westbound on the 210 as you're coming away from the 57. Fire department not yet on the scene, but they're headed that way to find out what's going on. And heavy delays both directions on the 110 freeway. Northbound side slows down from Manchester to the 101. Southbound side pretty heavy as well from the 5, and that's busy all the way to Manchester before it gets better. Eat like you with Taco Bell's $5 Build Your Own Cravings Box. Pick from some of your favorites to create your own personalized box, complete with a medium fountain drink, exclusively online or on the app. For a limited time, tax extra at a limited participating Taco Bell location near you. That's your traffic. I'm Tony Jordan with Valentine in the Morning on 104.3 MyFM.
All right, Tony, thank you very much. The weather today, cloudy, cool this morning, partly sunny later on this afternoon. Temps in 60s, mid-70s. 60 in Duarte, 62 in Brea. Jill's got the Hollywood headlines coming up.
A star of Riverdale is going to be a dad. I'll tell you who at 7:50.
The silliest rule at your school, what was it we want to know? 31043 is the text line. Katie said we couldn't walk on the grass. We'd get yelled at if we did. Lucas said we weren't allowed to run during recess, which made playing games like kickball kind of hard.
What? You can't run during recess? That's ridiculous. Running in the halls, right, fine, but recess, come on.
Ramiro said we weren't allowed to eat fast food during lunch. I'm thinking my school must have had the same rule. Nobody was... Because you couldn't leave. For us, you couldn't leave campus during lunch. No, I know a lot of schools you can, but yeah, we couldn't. We stayed put. And I can't imagine people would bring fast food in the morning and keep it in their locker until lunch. I don't remember that happening.
We got to leave like around lunchtime if you were a senior. So in senior year, you could go out and leave. And we all went down to McDonald's and came back like Big Macs and whatever. So drove all the other kids crazy.
That's awesome. Liz said no backpacks allowed, but purses were allowed. So even the guys started carrying their books around in giant purses.
How do you not have a backpack at school?
Yeah, some schools don't make sense of the rules. Olivia, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Awesome. I'm here. Jill's here. Kevin's here. We're all excited to hear your story.
Hi, love you guys. Love the show.
Oh,
Love you too. So what was that rule back in school that you think was silly?
So the rule that was at my school, I went to a boarding school, so it's a little bit of a non-traditional schooling environment, but they had this rule where boys and girls could only hug for a minimum or like a maximum of 3 seconds. So if it was over 3 seconds, then you were, put on like a probationary period with that person that they called social. So the faculty members would like look and see if you were actually hugging for 3 seconds, and they would literally like yell across the campus and like count to 3, and then you had to be like done like hugging or embracing that person by the time that they got to 3.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So even if you were like dating that person, like little high school romance, whatever, it had to be 3 seconds or you were put on social.
All right, that makes sense, because I was starting to wonder too, like, why are you hugging so much? They made a rule about it. I don't remember hugging that many people in high school myself.
Well, and the funny thing was, if you actually count, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, it's kind of a long hug.
Sure.
Like, if you're just going in for like a normal hug, it's usually less than that. So then it like kind of forced people to be like these weird hugs because they wanted to get to the 3 seconds. Because it was like, well, I'm not going to be in trouble if it's 3 seconds.
That's so
it just
good.
like created weird hug culture. I don't know.
Right, and of course you're whispering in the person's ear, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
Could you do a lot of short hugs back to back to back?
I think that probably was not okay. I did get yelled at once for like hugging someone too long, because I was trying to get on social with them. So social was where you like weren't, because it was boarding school, so you live at school.
Yeah.
Your parents aren't there, and then you. Like, I forced, like, on purpose put myself on social with this guy because he was bothering me.
Oh my gosh, it's brilliant. You got a hugging restraining order.
Yeah.
You worked the system. You gained it.
That's so smart.
Yeah, so he had to pretend that I didn't exist, so it was perfect. Like, it was a genius plan.
Use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
Wow. You're like an evil villain. I love it. Super smart. Come on, come here, give me a hug. I'm going to try out your 1 Mississippi thing to see how this feels. Here I go. I'm going in and 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 M-I-S-S.
That's enough.
That's an average length hug for Val, though. He really gets into it. He would struggle at that school.
Where'd you go to boarding school? Where was this?
It was in the middle of nowhere in Georgia. Like, literally middle of nowhere.
So interesting. Were you living in that area, or did they send you there?
My parents were kind of near there, but then I ended up moving into the dorm because they moved a little bit further away. It was a pretty small school, so it was, middle of nowhere.
Do you appreciate the experience, or you look back and wish you could have gone to a more traditional school?
I appreciate the experience because I have lifelong friends as a result of some of the stuff that we went through.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, God. All right, I'm not asking any more questions now. Olivia, you're the best. You call anytime, okay?